Hey, how's it going everyone? Tazen here. So with the upcoming remake of Final Fantasy VII, many people, both new and old, have been wanting to play the original Final Fantasy VII game. Now it's been great that this game has not only been released on Steam, but also now the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. However, people who have been playing Final Fantasy VII on Steam, or even through the CD, PC, or even the Square Enix digital version of the game, have been making changes to the game in order to mod it. Now, modding has allowed for a lot of new opportunities with the game, including creating their own character assets and putting them into the game to make more realistic or lifelike proportionate versions of the characters, even a new brand fan translated text for the game. But recently, an awesome modder released a beta for a full HD remaster of the original game. That being using all the original assets of Final Fantasy VII, but improving the resolution, texture quality, and even the sound of all of the game. Now, it's just recently been released, officially as of May 22nd, the Final Fantasy VII HD Remako mod. So without further ado, let's go right into the details of what this mod is and why you should play the game with it. So the Final Fantasy VII HD Remako mod is basically using an AI upscaler called AI Gigapixel to upscale the resolution of the assets in the game by 4 times. Not only upscaling and redigitizing the image to maintain preservation of the details, but also improve the details using this AI upscaler. So basically, the original assets, specifically for the field backgrounds of the Final Fantasy VII game, were lost in the past. That meant that when the PC version came around, in order to create the PC version, they had to use the actual assets from the PlayStation 1 disc. This meant that when upscaling the resolution of all the assets, they were not able to draw the original field and background assets from their source, but rather from the disc itself, meaning it was blowing up the pixelation of a lot of these backgrounds. And we've seen this a lot in even the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch version. Although we've got good quality character models, the field backgrounds, the overworld map, and even the FMVs look digitally quite blurry and pixelated. So what this awesome modder has done with the help of others is create an entire package with a lot of cool features to it. So going over them, the first is he's upscaled the pre-rendered backgrounds. And having a look at some of the image here, you can just look at how incredible it looks. And there are even some fantastic examples of this being in the Final Fantasy IX Moguri mod, as well as even showing some concept images of Resident Evil 2 with the pre-rendered backgrounds looking phenomenal. And going down further here, we can see this is some of the world textures, and looking from left to right, you can even see like some of the grassy or dark patches in the field now look quite smooth, and you don't see these sort of blotches in them, which I think is fantastic. And then looking at something like the battle textures, which have now been improved too. Just looking at the background here, you can see some of the poles. On the left side, you can see there's a lot of pixelation. You can see all the squares going down it, but on the right side, it's a lot smoother, and there's a lot more detail, especially even looking at the ground there where Cloud is, compared to the ground where the enemy ex-soldiers are. Also, the full motion videos have now been upscaled with this technology to look incredible. So originally these were doubled to HD resolution, but again blown out so that detail is lost and they look blurrier. So what he's done is he's actually returned them to the original size and then put them back to HD using this AI upscaler, and they look fantastic. What he's also been able to do is be able to, where possible, put the original PlayStation audio tracks in these FMVs, which actually have much better quality sound than the audio tracks that we used in the PC versions, which is fantastic to see them back. He's also made other improvements to the menu, for example. So looking at the avatar pictures of the characters, they're a lot cleaner now. And what is also fantastic about this mod package is it's still compatible with other mods in the game. So if you, for example, wish to use some mods from other people, for example, replacing the character models with ones that are sort of more proportionately scaled or look more like the current versions of the characters, or even use something like the huge fan translation mod from the Reunion package, which I highly recommend because that is an incredible fan translation which actually tells the story much better. The original Final Fantasy VII game was localized by a single person, and not only were there text errors, but there were also a lot of localization translation errors. And through time, not only through analyzing the original Japanese version, but also learning and understanding more about Final Fantasy VII from all the future release of compilation material and so on, we've all been able to develop a better understanding of Final Fantasy VII, and as such there is an awesome, incredible fan translation for the game, which I think tells the story much better. However, for those who are purists and wish to just play again the Final Fantasy VII game using all the existing assets in the game, but remastered, improved so that they all look so much better, this is definitely the way to play it. And I think this is very promising and inviting, because there are some people who are not so much fans of, again, replacing assets for other ones that have been made by fans, sort of, again, altering the game, even though some people I think find it incredible to be able to have that sort of different experience. But this gives the best of both worlds, because one, you're getting a mod package that improves the resolution and the textures and details so much, but it's improving the original asset details, which I think is fantastic. So you're still playing the exact same Final Fantasy VII game, just looking like a HD remaster. So anyways, I'll leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts below. Are you excited or interested in playing something like this? I'll leave a link below to the trailer for this, as well as the main website, which has the details going over all the things that are included with this, as well as the download and instruction information. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and until next video, stay spot on.